Hey, kings and queens, and welcome to my video journal. I'm Steffanie Rivers. Welcome to the conversation. I thought I would start us out with a little mood music to get us started. If you are new to the conversation, we want to welcome you for the first time. And if you are returning, we want to welcome you back. So come on in, kings and queens. I won't hold you for long, but I always try to give you something that you can act on, and there's something else for us to talk about. So, I always look at videos or just people in general when I'm like doing my exercises in the park or just doing it in the gym at the gym, and people seem to be like chilling too much for me. But I guess at some point you have to just stop and be happy and kind of for a few minutes forget all the issues that we are faced with as Black people in America. So I understand that and I can appreciate that. So I said today I'm going to start my video off with a little nude music. So I hope you're hearing it because it's nice. It's nice. But we're about to get down to some information. So as I fade that music on now, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my videos so that when I post new videos, you will be the first to know. So today we're talking about a bully cop in Rock Hill, South Carolina. He's been exposed. He lied on one too many police reports, and now he has been fired and he's charged with assault for beating up an innocent man in a line of duty without cause. So we're going to talk about this and what that means. This bully cop should have been charged with way more than assault, but we'll get to all the details in a minute. I want to take you through the who and the what and the why, starting with who this bully cop is. But before I show you any videos or any pictures, I want to let you know that I'm doing this through the Copyright Act of 1976, which says I can't show you videos and pictures because of for fair use. So if I am critiquing it, if we're discussing it for educational purposes. And that's why I'm showing you these videos, and I'm able to do so because people have posted them on a public platform. And I'm using them under the Copyright Act of 1976. So let me show you who we're talking about. We're talking about Jonathan Moreno. This is Jonathan Moreno. He is now a former cop with the Rock Hill, South Carolina Police Department. He also was a member of the narcotics SWAT team. And this is him on his way to court to be formally charged with assault. And again, we'll get into why, and you'll see some video of him in action. So what happened now, if you live in and around South Carolina, you might have heard about this already, but Jonathan Moreno thought that he could act with impunity. He thought that because he was a member of the police gang unit, because that's what they call themselves. I'm going to try to show you this picture of one of the police officers who had on his bulletproof vest. He had on it that he was calling himself, that they are calling themselves this is what they're calling themselves, the police gang unit. So they're acting like gang members because they are bullies, and some of them are liars, and some of them are killers, and they do it under the auspices of being police officers. And so it just so happened that Jonathan Moreno is one of those bully liar cops who got caught, and this was on the scene during the incident. Now, let's talk about this incident. So a lot of people, before I get to that, a lot of people think that because Latinos and other people of color are indeed people of color, that they don't actively and they would not actively participate in police brutality against Black people. But Moreno is an example that that's not true. It proves that it's not true. Some of the people join law enforcement so they can beat up on innocent people of color, namely innocent Black men and women, because they think they are superior. They have taken on the white supremacy persona and train of thought where they think they are better than the average person of color. And so let me join this gang of people who beat up on innocent Black people. So Moreno, I don't know the dude, but his actions prove that he thinks he's one of those better people of color, and he can act out against innocent Black people. And that's why he did what he did and said what he said. So let's go to what happened. Now, Moreno and some of his go along to get along narcotics SWAT team members, they were posted up in Rock Hill, South Carolina, at a near four-way stop doing some type of surveillance. And they, I'm going to try to get this video ready while I'm talking. So they were in the area, and a guy named Ricky Price drove by. Now, they said that Ricky Price, okay, I'm trying to get this together so when I am ready, it will be ready. Okay, it's going to show it, but I don't want to show it yet. Okay, let me see what I'm showing you. Okay, so I'm almost ready. I'm almost there. So they said that according to Moreno's cop cam audio of the incident, they said they pulled over Ricky Price because he made an illegal lane change. Now, I've done numerous videos about the things that cops point out that gives them just cause for pulling you over, even though it might be something real simple, something real mediocre, but because they know a lot of people do it, they use that to pull you over because they're really looking for something else bigger to charge you with. So now let's go back to the story. So Ricky Price driving down the street, it was a brand new Mustang, but according to Moreno, Ricky Price, the driver, did not signal or made an illegal lane change. That's what they said. So they pulled him over, and then they started asking him about his paperwork, your driver's license, your registration, your car insurance, et cetera, et cetera. So Price had all his paperwork in order. So what should have happened in this instance is Ricky Price, the driver, should have gotten a warning ticket or a ticket for illegal lane change. But that's not what happened. So I'm going to show you this video of what went down. And
towards Founders? You're going to Founders?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to Founders. I got no reason to lie to you, man. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. I stopped, pulled over, told me to pull over, gave you my paperwork. I got no warrants on me. Okay. I ain't no criminal or no kind of way.
Okay.
I haven't did nothing to pick myself to be no criminal.
Okay. Well, Ricky, just so you understand, the last time you and I had a conversation, we hit your house with SWAT on a narcotic search warrant. So we're gonna check this car with a dog. Okay. As long as you're being straight up, I'll get you on out of here to Founders. Okay.
I got no proper cause to search this car.
No, the dog is what gives us probable cause.
But I haven't gave you no consent to search this car.
You don't have to give us consent. You have enough criminal history for us to articulate why we're searching this vehicle with a dog. You get what I'm saying? So go ahead and step out from me.
What have I did?
Listen, Mr. Price, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna ask you again to step out.
So I'm gonna stop the. So now, that's what was going on with Moreno. So the paperwork checked out, all of Ricky Price, the driver, you saw him, all his paperwork checked out. And so what should have happened was they let him go on his way with a warning or a ticket for illegal lane change. But now Moreno's talking about, well, you don't remember me, but I was a part of the SWAT team that served a warrant at an address whenever the past was. And because of that, we now gonna search your vehicle. That is not how it works, people. I'm not an attorney, but I know enough to know that's not how it works. What happened a long time ago at somebody's house, he didn't even say what happened with the SWAT team search or the narcotics search. He never said what happened. Did you find anything? Did you didn't find anything? But because he wanted some type of reason to search this man's vehicle and he had no legal reason, he just went ahead and used an illegal reason to illegally search Ricky Price's vehicle. So they pull him out of the of his car. And yeah, that's BS, but that's just the beginning. So right now I'm gonna let you know that former cop Jonathan Moreno is now fired not because of that, but that should be one of the charges, is that you use your position to illegally search somebody's vehicle. And so that should be another charge. But let me say also, there were 3 video cameras going at this time. 3 video cameras. So I want to make sure that I get myself ready for the next one. Okay, so 3 video cameras going. Of the first camera was, of course, now disgraced cop Jonathan Moreno, his cop cam. The second camera was the overview camera from the gas station, because they put him over at a gas station, a security cam from the gas station. That was the second video. And the third video was of innocent bystander, at least one innocent bystander, who drove up on the scene and was about to get gas in her vehicle, and she said, "What's going on with this?" Now, Rock Hill, South Carolina, I've never been there, but I have been through there driving to somewhere else. It's not that big of a place. It's kind of a place where most people know everybody else. You either know this person or you know that person's relative. So she ends up coming up on the scene, and she happens to know Ricky or know of Ricky. And so that's what happens. And so let's call her Miss Monroe. Miss Monroe shows up on the scene and she starts videotaping. And that's why it's important for us to hold these bully, liar, killer cops accountable in the moment, because they know that it was like, why are there, you're going to see the video, why are there like 10, 15 cops on the scene for somebody who just did an illegal lane change? Like, what's really going on right now? And so, yeah, that's what was going on. So before the illegal search happened, Ricky happened to be either on his phone with his brother, or while they were checking his paperwork, he called his brother and he was like, "Look, they doing some BS down here. I need you to show up at the gas station right now." So now his brother is on the way to the gas station. And I told you about the 3 the 3 angles of the video, and there are more probably angles of what happened, but it was Miss Monroe's video that she used to go live on Facebook that brought the attention of a lot of hundreds to thousands of Rock Hill residents, and they saw what was going on live. And they later on, her video was used to protest, and those protests are what led to the police officials and criminal justice officials in the Rock Hill area to look more at this and not just take Officer Moreno's word for it, because it turns out that he lied on the police report about what happened. So let's go to the video of what happened. So as I was telling you before, and if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that when I post new videos, you will be the first to know. So now they've taken Ricky Price out of his vehicle so they can search it, do an illegal search. Moreno is the one doing the illegal search. That's when Miss Monroe, citizen Monroe, drives up. On her purpose was to get gas, and she's like, what's going on here? Let me start videotaping. So let's see if we can pick it up from there. So now we're going to pick it up a little bit from here.
Look how they act. I'm finna record this.
Okay, so now the video is, that's crazy. Now the video is not playing. Let me make sure my connection is still good. Okay, so while the video is getting itself together, I'm going to try to go back and see if I can get it to work. I'm going to try to upload it again.
What are they doing to his car, y'all? Look at this. What are they locking you up for?
Okay, so I'm going to try to get it to where I wanted to start.
How can you cross over a lane over this way? Y'all, look at this shit. They going through his car and all, y'all. This how Rock Hill. They said they didn't even have no probable cause to search his car. They just pulled him over, said he crossed over. This is a 4-way intersection right here.
Okay, so
Rick, just be respectful to him. That's all. That's what they want you to do. Step out your character. They stop for they been cute you, honey.
Okay,
don't even say nothing to him. I gotta record it.
She's giving great commentary. Now you're seeing Moreno walk past the car. Now she's gonna show you what's about to happen.
I'm finna record this shit. What is he doing to him? What is he doing to him? I got it on camera. He ain't doing nothing, y'all. I don't care. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the dog. Look at this. He ain't doing nothing. Y'all, look, he not doing nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody come help them. He ain't even look at him, y'all. Look at the police. Look at the police. He got him on the front. Travis is a good boy. He is a good boy. Look how they tasing him, y'all. I'm getting close. Look at it.
All right. So let's pause right there, because now The guy in the green shirt was Ricky's brother, Travis. That was who he was on the phone with. So he calls his brother Travis while they were looking at his paperwork saying, come down here. So between Travis being told to show up to the scene and Travis getting to the scene, the guy in the green shirt, now that's when during the search, Moreno claims that he found, I wish I had like a pill box full of marijuana. That's what they claimed that they found in the vehicle. Now, there are 3 different video angles, video cameras. You can go do your own research. I don't think, and I tell people, you know, I would do this for me and my family, and you do it for you and yours. Don't just take one person's word for it, whatever it is. Go and look at other sources so you can determine for yourself what really happened. So Officer Moreno, the fired, disgraced Officer Moreno's video camera view shows Moreno finding a small, in a small pill box, a small pill bottle size of marijuana in Ricky Price's vehicle. Okay, so now he can either charge Ricky with a misdemeanor, which is what should happen because it's a misdemeanor. The amount that he charged him with, coupled with Ricky Price has no priors, Ricky Price has no warrants. Ricky Price is like a dude who just did an illegal lane change. Why are you now searching my vehicle illegally? And now you find some weed, and now instead of him giving him the misdemeanor ticket, Moreno says, no, we're going to arrest you and we're going to tow your car. Now, later on in the video, because that Facebook video is about 15 minutes long, and you can go look it up yourself, because I tried to reach out. I did reach out to Miss the lady I'm calling Miss Monroe, and she did not get back to me before my deadline to do this video. And so you can go on, you know, you can find the link and see the whole video for yourself. But in that video and in Moreno's own cop cam video, he says, well, he got to be up to something, talking about the driver, Ricky Price. He got to be up to something because look at this vehicle. And it's like, first of all, it's a Ford Mustang. It's not all that. I mean, I drive a Ford Mustang and it's not a brand new Mustang, but like, dude, you're acting like it's a Lamborghini, a Ferrari in Rock Hill. Like, what's the problem? The problem is because probably all that Jonathan Moreno has been able to afford, he can't afford a Ford Mustang all tricked out or whatever. And so now he's mad that Ricky can afford it. And so now he's taking it out on Ricky. So that's another thing. Just these cops, these people, these white supremacists acting like folk, they are so bothered that you got your stuff together as a Black person in America, that despite all the BS, that despite all that people put on us, that we still rise, that we still are melanin masterpieces. They can't stand it. So that's another thing that's going on with that. So that's something that Moreno says. So anyway, when Travis pulls up to the scene, at this point, they've already told Ricky, you're going to jail because we found this little bitty pill box of weed. And so Ricky starts telling his brother, hey, dude, I want you to take my jewelry. I want you to take my stuff with you so I don't have to show up to the police lockup with my stuff. And then later on, they claimed I really didn't show up with that, because you know how that is. You show up with one thing, you leave with less, because they claim you really didn't come in there with that. Anyway, so the cops that were holding Ricky away from his car so they could do the illegal search, now Ricky says, is it okay if I give my jewelry and stuff to my brother? The cop said, yes, you can. So in that exchange, Moreno comes out of the vehicle. You saw him walk past real fast to the guy in the green shirt, who is Travis Price, Ricky's brother, push him up against that water tank, fuel tank thing, slam him to the ground. And then he goes on to say, this bully cop goes on to say, oh, you pushed up on me. You pushed up on me. You think it was going to be that kind of altercation? I'm like, okay, dude. So thanks to Miss Monroe, who was videotaping, she showed that Travis had his hands up. Travis is like, dude, I'm just here to get my brother's stuff. What the hell? So, yeah, that's what happened. And Miss Monroe got it on video. She got how they pulled the dogs out on Ricky, because Ricky then sees that his brother is being attacked. He's trying to go help his brother because instinctively that's what you do. You help your relatives. You help there's so many instances where people are being held down by a cop, and another cop is assaulting your mother, assaulting your family member, assaulting your child, and instinctively you raise up to help that person because that's what family is about. And so when Ricky starts to try to help his brother, then the cops holding him pull out the dogs on him. And let's see if we can go back to this video, because they pull out the dogs on Ricky and start hitting him and stuff.
I ain't beating his ass. He ain't even doing that. Get off of him. Get off of him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Get off of him. He's beating him. Oh my God. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. They locking him up for nothing. Y'all, look at this shit. I'm glad I got it on live. I got it on live. I got it on live. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty. He's dirty, y'all. Stand back, sir. Just stand back. I got it on live. I got it on live. They gonna go down for this, y'all. Cause they, oh, look at his face. Oh my God, y'all, look at his face. Oh my God, look at his face, y'all. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that. You going to jail. I'm going to court with you.
Now, and that's the dude who got the police gang unit on the back of his bulletproof vest, because that's who they think they are. They think they are a gang, and they act like a gang, and they beat up people for no reason. And if need be, they'll kill you. And then they'll lie on police reports, and then they'll claim, and then they get together and they talk about it before they go before anybody who's questioning them. And they claim they get all their stories together. Meanwhile, they probably get Ricky and Travis to tell what happened right now. And you don't even have time to think. You don't have a lawyer. It's just a whole setup. And I wish I would have brought my water over here. Because anyway, when I start getting upset, your throat get tight and stuff. So anyway, that's what's going on with Jonathan Moreno. And that's why he is now charged with assault, because he assaulted Travis Price under the guise of being a police officer, but it was unwarranted. And he lied on the police report and said Travis attacked him. And so because Miss Monroe shared that video, and she was live on Facebook, that caused the residents in Rock Hill to protest for days, and that led the police authorities and the criminal justice authorities overseeing the city to bring charges against Jonathan Moreno. But before they can bring charges against him, because his police qualified immunity makes him immune to being prosecuted, they had to fire his ass, and that's what they did. So he got fired, and now they charged him with assault. But he also needs to be my light is falling. He also needs to be charged with filing false police reports, because that's what he did as well. And is some other of those police officers on the scene who also need to be charged with some stuff, like the one who beat Ricky in his face when it was 3 or 4 y'all on top of him. He clearly is not a threat, and you're beating him to the point where he was bleeding. And so, yeah, that's what needs to happen. And so they stereotyped Ricky because of his Mustang. And then when it turns out that he had all his paperwork in order, they still lied on Ricky and or lied on Travis. Now, here's what I want you to do, because Moreno was not alone in what he did. He was a part of the Go Along, Get Along police gang unit in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and they need to be taken charged with also assaulting Ricky and not just assaulting Travis. So they all should be held accountable. So if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. So when I post new videos, you will be the first to know. Now, I want you, here's your call to action, because I don't want you to just sit here and watch a video and shake your head and get mad and go on back to the playoffs if they still on basketball, whatever. I want you to do something, do what you can. I want you to call the Rock Hill Solicitor's Office. Now, in Rock Hill, South Carolina, they call the district attorney the solicitor for whatever reason. So it's the same thing, DA/solicitor, because charges can be brought in various ways. A cop on the scene can bring charges, or the DA, district attorney, can look at evidence and bring charges. And so this is a case where the DA solicitor in Rock Hill can bring charges. And it just so happens that Rock Hill, South Carolina has its first Black solicitor/DA in its history. And her name is Chisa Putnam. And her phone number is 803-628-3020. So we want you to make that phone call to the solicitor's office in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Call Chisa Putnam's office and tell Miss Putnam, she's the first Black DA/solicitor in Rock Hill. We want her to charge those other cops in the same video they used to fire and charge Jonathan Moreno is the same video they can use to see who was beating on Ricky when they didn't need to hit on Ricky. Okay, who put that dog out there when they didn't need to put that dog out there? It was just so much going on. A whole bunch of cops over failure to change lanes. It's like, really? So we need you to call Chisa Putnam's office at 803-628-3020. And that's what you need to do this week, so that we can get some more of those gang unit bully liar cops held accountable in this instance. And this is something else that we need to keep up with. So again, I want to reach out and say thank you to, I'm calling her Miss Monroe in Rock Hill, who was just out with her daughter trying to get some gas at the gas station and ran up on the scene and decided to videotape. And that videotape has made all the difference in this case. Because if she didn't do it, the angle that of course, Moreno it was just his point of view. The other cops, I'm sure they had video, but were they going to use that video to help get Moreno fired and charged with a crime? Probably not. And so the gas station overview video might not have been enough to make a difference. But this young lady in Rock Hill, South Carolina, took it upon herself to videotape and go live, and that has made all the difference. So we want to thank you for Miss Monroe, that's what I'm calling her, for making a difference in this instance. And you need to make a difference in your neighborhood and in your community. And to find out more about the things that I care about, you can go to the written version of my journal. That's at eurweb.com. Thanks and have a super day.